Uh, mm, 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 mm. Yeah. No phone calls today. Y'all know when I gotta make up our own beats, that lets you know that we on our own, baby. Yeah, so hopefully nobody wants to speak today. We will express ourselves through nothing but what? Yeah. We will express ourselves through just the chat. But it's still gonna be good. Y'all know how we do. This is nothing new. What? Yeah. My name is Sun75. What? And you are you. We are talking about some hard heads, baby. Yeah. But you know, it's always somebody that you'll listen to. Always. And if it ain't you, it's somebody else. Let me just concentrate on this beat. I ain't that good at multitasking. So it's gonna be the beat or the rhyme. Actually, I can do the beat and the rhyme when I design it that way. But what? God damn. Damn, it's like karma telling me, shut up, dude. Just go ahead and get it popping. Hold on. Everything is gonna be all right. And when we was born to do this, trying to get it right. Everything is gonna be all right today, tonight, and anytime that the sun comes through. You know how we do, and I'm gonna do this thing for you. My name is Sun75. I do things my way. Don't really care what nobody say. But when you're talking logic, I am forced to listen. So I won't be disrespecting or even dissing. But this is a lesson that must be taught. And out there, we trying not to ever get caught. I bought a little something that I could use, and I'ma sell it to you and do another thing. Then we cruise around the block, the tick-tock, the clock is ticking. We going to do this thing, trying to get the chicken, get the money in our pockets, put it in the bank, make a deposit. You'll come out of the closet and let you know that we going to make this dough and everybody going to be all right. Ain't nothing you can do to slow it. And here you know it. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? Urban Therapy with Sun, baby. Sun752 all up in the house, man. I'm glad to see y'all. Nope. I mean, let me just tell y'all out the gate, we won't be able to have any, what do you call it? When I beat on the table, my monitors be all messed up. I be like, I got 3 monitors. One be like, the other one be like, and the middle one be like, how'd that happen? Because I don't be noticing it when I'm beating. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. But we won't be able to take any calls today. So we're gonna still rock out. What we are talking about today is that one person that can get you to listen, or that one person that can get them to listen. We all have dealt with a hard head in our lives. And sometimes we have been the hard-headed person in somebody else's life. But you know, it's sort of like a trust issue. We can get to the point where we may not listen to anybody because we don't think that anybody has a plan for us. Maybe they haven't listened to us. Maybe they haven't checked our story. Maybe they have judged us too soon or too incorrectly. Maybe they just don't have any good ideas. Maybe they're not respectable themselves. Maybe they are doing things and saying things that don't line up with each other, which makes their integrity and their credibility a little questionable. Maybe they just not the one. Maybe maybe we on some other stuff right now. You know how it is when you're going through changes in your life. You know what it is. You know how it is when you starting to feel yourself. Maybe when you are going from a pre-adolescent to a teenager, from a teenager to a young man or a young woman. You know, when it going from boys to men. And you might be at that time in your life where you're not really influenced by a whole lot of people. You may be in a time space or in a space in your life where you can only feel like, or you feel like you can only trust yourself, or you're the only one who understands the plan that you have. But there's normally one person that can get you to listen to reason. There's normally one person out there that can get you to hold up, check this out, young boy. Check this out, shorty. I said, check this out, shorty. I need to get you to listen just for a couple of seconds. I ain't gonna take up a whole lot of your time. I reckon, and I'ma make sure that you get these jewels, so you don't go out like a fool. I know that you've been having a hard time, but I need you to listen just this. It ain't even gonna rhyme. It's gonna be something that you need in your ear so you can make your intentions and your things clear. Well, you know how it is. All of my parents out there, and that's probably most of y'all. When you're a parent out there, you trying to keep your kids right. You might remember the good times when they were young and impressionable and curious and coming up and they listened and hung on every word that you used to say. And they may have gotten away from you. They may have gotten away from you, or maybe they've gotten away from everybody else, but you still that influence. So you might be the only one that they listen to. So you might have a son that's out there getting high, getting girls pregnant, going back and forth to jail, selling drugs, hanging around the wrong element, sometimes as a leader, sometimes as a follower. But either way, it's not the way that you sketched up for him. It's not the plan that you laid out for him. It's not the way that you wanted him to go. But he might still make sure that he listens to you, but only you. Shoot. I mean, shout out to all of the cats that been locked up. They in the precinct. Will they talk to the cops? No, they ain't giving up no tapes. Yo, call my mom. Like, call your mom. Yeah, call my mom and I might say something. But I ain't gonna say it to you. I'll say it to her. Call my pops. Call my uncle. Call my brother. Call my sister. Call my cuz. I ain't talking to you. I plead the fifth. That one person that can get you to listen. Dealing with somebody who has health problems and maybe they have lost faith in the conventional health system. So, everybody is telling them that they are in an emergent state. They need to go to the hospital. They need to get this surgery. They need to take this medicine. They need to do something. And they might be like, nah, I ain't listening to none of that shit y'all saying. This thing ain't real. Last time I listened to this is what happened to me. Or last time I listened to them, this is what happened to me. Or when such and such listen to y'all or listen to that, then this is what happened to them. I ain't gonna let it happen to me. In the meantime, in between time, their health is in a very emergent state and they might be on the brink of losing their life. So you might be that one person, or you might need to contact that one person that can get them to listen. Like, listen, I know, I don't like conventional medicine either. And I don't really like to deal with their practices, but you need a surgery right now. There ain't no herb that you can take to fix that. You need a surgery. And these herbal practitioners, these what do they call them? Man, I don't know, man. My brain ain't doing what I needed to do today, but you know what I'm talking about. They don't do surgery. So they might be a doctor of not homeopathic, naturopathic medicine. Yeah, they might be naturopathic practitioners, but they're not surgeons. So they can tell you what to do to prevent disease or to eliminate disease slowly by eating certain things, but they can't grab a needle and thread and sew you and open, where they can't take a knife and open you up and take a needle and thread and sew you back up after they had fixed what was going on inside of you. But you might need to be encouraged or pushed to that point by somebody that you trust, somebody that you'll listen to, that one person that can get you to listen. Who is it, y'all? Who is that one person in your life that you'll listen to? And what have they done to qualify themselves as the person that you will listen to? You know, you ever wonder about that? You ever wonder why you'll listen to what somebody else will say, but almost nothing that somebody else will say, even though you know, like it's all right when we just talking about, and I ain't gonna listen to you tell me that that the 49ers are gonna win the Super Bowl this year, because you told me that last year and they didn't win it. Or should I say last season, and they didn't win it, so I ain't listening to you this season. It's different when it's like something that you hear somebody speaking about. Maybe you don't respect that person or see eye to eye with that person, but you know that they're speaking some truth today. Maybe all them other days they wasn't speaking no truth, but you know that they speaking some truth today, but you still ain't listening because why? Because you like, nah, you ain't the one to be listened to. What up, T. Carrie? Right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples go directly into your site. Was good, y'all. Grown woman, don't try me. What up? Stacy White, what's going on? Coming through, representing for the D. Appreciate you. Naturalista rap. What's going on, my goodness? It is of you. Without a diggy doubt. And Gaming Coops. What up, Gaming Coops? And Hunk Sports says, I'm still depressed about the Mike Tyson fight, bro. Man, that ain't nothing to be depressed about. Did you lose money, son? Did you lose money? I hope you didn't bet on that fight, because there was too much money involved for any other for it to be legit. But man, you know what I mean? At least he didn't get knocked out. Nobody really got hurt, if you really think about it. I don't think anybody got hurt, let alone knocked out. And at least it was on Netflix. It wasn't like it was on pay-per-view and we dropped $60 on that bullshit. So we gonna be all right, man. Nicholas Wrong, what's good? Asking if we in the United States, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And you know that already. Nicholas says, okay, I know an orange is an orange. There's nothing you can tell me. That's true. But what if somebody tells you about the nutrients in an orange? What if somebody tells you about the nutrients in an orange? You might not know about the nutrients in an orange beyond the vitamin C. They might have something more to offer. But we're going to see about it, talk about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we going to solve. Yo, we going to get this thing off. We going to make sure that it's not soft. We going to hit it hard like golf. A golf ball that really sends us like a hole in one. How you do that, son? It's kind of crazy that I really didn't think it could be did, but you did that thing. You was a hell of a kid, the bid that you did a few years ago. I know that you was in a different space, but we in a different race. So let's trace out, sketch out. Yo, do something like a stencil. Yo, grab your pencil. Yo, and another pad. We gonna talk about being a good dad, not the ones like you had. We gonna make sure we do a plan, make another plan, devise. And yo, lies. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna make sure that we do what I promised to do. And if you come through and if we do these things in steps, we gonna make sure that we increase our money and reps. Yeah, the reputation that we got now. Yo, I ain't gonna be no clown. All right, y'all. All right, let's do this intro. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look at our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Son752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Son Show. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Today, we're talking about that one person that can get you to listen. That one person that can get you to listen. Those times in your life when you was a hardhead. Those times in your life when you thought you knew it all. Those times in your life where you lost trust for everybody. You felt like everybody turned their back on you. Everybody tried to dish you. Everybody tried to hurt you. Everybody tried to gang up on you. As you said, I ain't listening to none of y'all. I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. I ain't got no words, baby. Yo, I ain't got no words. And from me, you didn't hear nothing. And I ain't going to cheer nothing. Because y'all bluffing. Y'all corny. Somebody should have told me. Somebody should have warned me. But yeah, you might have been at that point. Or, the first time when teenagers, hopefully they make it to be teenagers, but a lot of times when you first start having sex, you know how it is, male and female, you done got your little dick wet and then get poked up a little bit. And now you feel like, yeah, now you doing grown things. You know some things. You done experienced some things. It's really a hell of a phenomenon. Just because you've had sex, now you think you done grew up. You think you know something. You think you done advanced. You done went to the 12th grade and you was only in the 9th grade. I ain't had no business spreading your legs or pulling down your zipper, but you did. And now, you got your little boyfriend, you got your little girlfriend. Now you having sex on a regular basis and you really think you're doing something. That rebel is all up inside of you. And a lot of times, just because a person is going through those hormonal changes of puberty and now they are involved in sexual activity as a young person, a teenager or whatever, now they think that they know everything. Now they don't want to listen to nobody. And don't let them be good in school. So they good in their schoolwork. So now they learning and they are also having sex now. Now you can't tell them nothing. It'd be different if it was just one-sided. Like it would be different if I was just having sex, or it would be different if I was just good in school. College students go through this shit too. I remember I was like that. You know what I mean? When I was in college, when you go to college, you learn shit that other people don't learn. You do. You learn things in subjects and subject matter that you're never going to learn outside of college. I know you can read about this thing. You can Google. We in the information age. No, when you go to college, you learn shit that other people don't know. And that's just a fact. But it has an adversarial effect of making you think that you are smarter than your parents, smarter than your grandparents, smarter than your aunts and uncles, smarter than your friends, brothers and sisters, cousins, smarter than your neighbors and all that. Why? Because they ain't go to college and you did. And don't let you finish college. Oh, shit, you completed the mission? Oh, you completed the mission? Yeah. It can make you think that you don't need to listen to anybody else because they don't know what you know. And part of that might be true, but guess what? You don't know everything. And experience is still the best teacher. But there's still somebody out there that you don't think that you're smarter than, or don't, it doesn't matter that you're smarter than them or know more than them. They still have some kind of power over you, some kind of energy that makes you want to listen to what they have to say. So maybe their common sense, I hate to use the word common sense because people overuse it all the time, but fuck it. Maybe their common sense overrides your book knowledge and your street knowledge, and you will listen to what they say. I had a friend in college, since we on that. I had a friend in college, and he was a boxer. Now, he was a boxer. He was from Philly, and he was violent. He fought all the time. He would fight his friends. He would fight his girlfriend. You know, because he was a little short dude, skinny, muscular dude. You know, like a welterweight, some shit like that. And he was obsessed with showing you his power. So he would always challenge his friends that weren't boxers to a slap box or whatever. And he would knock them out. And I would watch these motherfuckers accept his challenge because they figured, you know, they around the way, they know how to hold their hands. He's an experienced, trained boxer. He would literally knock them out. And you know why he was doing it. Like, yo, just so y'all know, we cool and everything, but, you know, y'all gonna respect mine. Or you could find yourself sleeping. Okay. Now, I've seen him two-piece his girlfriends up. I didn't see it like right afterwards. Like, oh my God, he hit me. And everybody going in there. He damn near ready to knock out everybody that's coming to her rescue. But there was one dude. Actually, there were two. There were two guys that could stop him in his rage. Because he was a troubled man. He was very troubled. You know, he was like, sometimes we would be sitting around drinking 40, smoking weed and all of that kind of shit, just party. And he would just start crying out of the blue. I'd be like, yo, man, what you crying for? He'd be like, man, I'm just thinking about my homie back at the crib. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He was a good dude. He just got murked. You know. Well, this is before we... Anyway, I'm using more modern, up-to-date slang. Man. Like, yeah, he took him out and blah, blah, blah. Like, anyway, for some reason, and he told me this. He said, for some reason, oh, you the only person that could get me to stop acting crazy when I'm on my shit. And I was like, when I do that. And I think it was like maybe one time or two times. Like, yo, man, chill for a minute. Oh, chill. And he actually, I mean, I didn't consider him to chill, but this is what he said to me. I don't know if he was trying to bait me or whatever. But he was like, no, you the only one that can get me to chill when I'm, you know, when I'm on my shit. And I was like, I don't know. But we had another friend named Marv. And Marv was like, the boxer dude, he was short, like maybe 5'6", you know, 5'5", 5'6". So of course, you know what that's about. And Marv was about 6'1", 6'2". Straight out the hood. Marv wasn't even in school. He came up there to chill with his girl who lived in the dorms. He was living in the dorms with his girl. That was Penn State, 1991, 1992. He up there living with his girl in the dorms. And no, she didn't have a single dorm. So you can imagine the arguments between her and her roommate. Like, how you bring this nigga up here to live? Yeah. But Marv was a good dude, straight street dude. Matter of fact, he was on a run. He had some cases pending down in Philly. So he came up the state college to kind of get away. But he could get Walt to chill. So there's always one person that can get you to listen. You know, I mean, I can't speak on what level they might be able to do it, but there's normally at least one person that can get you to listen. Jagdeep Kumar says, is masturbation good or bad? Depends on who's looking. Cloud9 Whiskey says cayenne pepper is the key. It's a very good thing to take It is. I won't deny that. Do me a favor, y'all. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. But at the very least, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. It helps the channel. You know, it ain't gonna do nothing else, but it'll help the channel, and the channel needs help. So please, please represent for that. I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, that one person that can get you to listen. You know, it might be your grandparents. It might be your grandma. Shout out to everybody out there that was raised by their grandma. There's always something about people who were raised by their grandparents. There really is. There's something about people who were raised by their grandparents. They always have, even if they be wilding out or whatever, they always have there's something about being raised by your grandparents that gives you a different level of respectfulness. And it kind of gets you to move in a different way. I'm going to try to explain what I mean. Like, people who are normally raised by their grandparents, and y'all probably going to dispute this, because it might sound ridiculous, but people who raise okay, let me qualify it by saying this: the people who I know who were raised by their grandparents normally don't talk as fast. They don't normally try to fast talk you. They don't necessarily slow talk you, but they don't try to fast talk you, like outpace you. They normally, because your grandparents not going for that. Your parents might go for that, but you got to respect your grandparents. Even if you were disrespectful to your parents, you normally don't go for that with your grandparents. So normally, a lot of people who are raised by their grandparents know how to express themselves in a more patient, methodical, and clear way. And now it could just be me who looks at it that way. But yeah. But it might be your grandparents, it might be your grandma or your granddad that can get you to act right. Has anybody within the sound of my voice ever had to have their parents come up to the school on a regular basis? Maybe you were extra hyper, couldn't stay still in your seat, ate in class, talked in class, passed notes in class, were disruptive in class, fought in class, got sent to the principal's office on a regular basis, had to stay after school on detention on a regular basis, that sort of thing. Stuff like that. To the point where your parents were on their way up to the school all the time. Where the teacher had your parents' number on speed dial. I've seen teachers call students' parents. Now, this was way before cell phones, but they would call them, like, leave out of the classroom and go to the office and call their parents, like, yo, you need to come up to the school right now. Or like, you can hear you hear your child in the background, like crazy shit like that. Yeah. But it might have been your parents that you would listen to. They might have been the only person you would listen to. And needless to say, that can get in the way. There are times when that can really get in the way. But hold on. Something don't seem right here. Let me see. Yeah. Get this together. Okay. Oh, all right. It is right. Okay. Yeah. But that one person that can get you to listen. What is it about that person that can get you to listen? What makes you listen to somebody or listen to reason with somebody instead of somebody else? What is it? What do they do? What do they have to do? And when you are wondering why someone that you know is totally unhinged, unruly, unpredictable with everybody else, you ever wonder, like, why is it that they will listen to this person but they won't listen to anybody else? Like, what do I have to do in order to get through to this person? How about somebody that you've dealt with? A girlfriend, a boyfriend, a spouse, a lover, a love interest. Maybe they were a little bit wayward. Maybe they were a little bit troubled. Maybe they had some issues. Emotional, mental, something else in them. There was something going on with them. You couldn't exactly keep them together all the time. Maybe they listened to you, maybe they didn't. But if they didn't listen to you, you may have wondered, like, well, what do I have to do in order to get this person to stop acting a fool? I know some of y'all women out there have dealt with dudes that was out there in the streets, going back and forth to jail, getting in trouble all the time, running from the law, out there trying to be a gangster, selling drugs, all kinds of stuff. Or maybe just couldn't, maybe they had a violent streak. Maybe they weren't violent towards you, but maybe they were violent towards everybody else. Somebody step on their sneakers, it's going to be a fight. Somebody cut in front of them in a line, it's going to be a fight. Somebody says something to them that hurts their feelings or that they feel is disrespectful. It's going to be a fight. You know, dealing with somebody that likes to fight a lot is not an easy thing. Trying to talk somebody out of being violent when violence is the way that they handle their situations is not an easy thing. But there's always somebody that can get them to chill. And it ain't going to be the judge or the jury or even the cops. They might fight the cops. So who is it that gets that person to stand down, to chill out, to stop acting a fool? Who is it going to be? And why can't it be you? Why can't it be you? Or when it was you that was acting crazy, acting a fool, being all out there, what was going through your mind? What was happening in your life that made you not trust anybody else to guide you, to mitigate you, to slow you down, to chill you out, to get you to listen to reason? What up, Dimples D's? And she says, I think sometimes it is the tone of the voice which sometimes controls your actions. Okay, it can in some instances, but we're talking about a situation where you're dealing with somebody who is a straight hardhead. So even if you talk to them nice, and if you ain't saying what they want to hear, some people just won't listen to anything that they don't want to hear. Like people who smoke cigarettes. They don't want to hear, like, yo, your grandfather died of cancer. Your dad died of cancer. Your grandmother, this person, that person. This shit runs in your family. You can't smoke. They don't want to hear that shit. They're not going to listen to you. Everybody got to die of something. Anyway, I can smoke. Or I'm gonna stop smoking one day. Blah blah. Anyway, they're not listening. Same thing with any addiction: smoking, drinking, drugs, overeating, shopping, gambling. When people have their vices, when they have their vices down, you can talk them nice. Oh. Bae, do it for us. Bae, do it for us. You know, can't you do it for us? Yeah, I'm going to do it for us. I'm going to try, bae. They ain't going to do that shit. You ain't the one that gets them to listen to reason. You get them to listen a little bit, but they got to be right in front of you not to do something. So, yep, I'm not going to smoke right in front of you. I'm not going to take drugs in front of you. I'm not going to make no bets in front of you. But as soon as you're gone, your words mean nothing. I'm going to just do me. So that one person or those people that can get you to get you or somebody else to listen on a consistent basis, what do they have that you don't have? Or if it's you, what do you have that nobody else has? Dimbles D says, that was me growing up. I heard what I wanted, went in one ear and came out the other. Now there's normally a reason for that though. There's normally a reason that people will listen, and there's normally reasons that they won't listen. And the more simplified way to look at it is when people don't listen, they normally don't want to listen because what's being said has not worked before. Like this is not resonating. What I'm actually doing is working. So if I handle my problems with violence has been working. If I've been getting everything that I have by stealing has been working. If I've gotten people to listen to me by lying has been working. So it's hard to talk people out of what's been working for them. Even if it hasn't really been working for them, but they're looking at it like it's been working for them. It's hard to break that cycle. It's hard to bring that home. What up, my man Johnny West? What's good, my dude? He says, my dad hit us a lot, made me quick to violence. It can have that effect. I mean, one of the worst things, and I'm not saying this about your dad, but one of the worst lessons that you can teach a child is to have them handle their problems, their adversity, or their disagreements with violence before anything else. It's not a good look. You know, you got to teach your kids not to punch their way out of trouble. It's not a good look. You know, it's better to show them how to avoid violence and use violence when violence is perpetrated against them, or when all other forms of defense have been exhausted. In other words, when nothing else is working, when nothing else will work, then like, all right, well, gotta go to the hands. Yeah, but you don't want to teach your kids. You know, it's when it comes to raising children, man. I mean, finding the balance between getting them to be able to defend themselves, making them ready and willing to defend themselves, and then making sure that they understand what defending themselves means. Because sometimes you can teach a person how to defend themselves, but you're actually teaching them how to go on offense. So you might make them a bully. Like you taught them how to beat up everybody, but you didn't tell them not to do it. Like, this is how you get your respect. Probably not the best way. Probably not. But when you drop the ball, when it comes to children, you've dropped the ball, period. You've messed up the whole thing. You know, you want to catch children when they're young. Lay that foundation and get them right. when you missed it, when you dropped the ball on that, when you missed that opportunity to get them right or get them off to a good start, it's hard to get it back. It might not come back. Now they out there. Now they think they know the way. You know, it's when it comes to adults, each and every one of us as adults are nothing but children that grew up. That's all we are. We're children who grew up. We still do the same things that worked when we were children. You don't grow out of what works for you. Some people might dispute that, but I really don't. I don't think that people grow out of or grow away from things that work for them. Now, that's different from somebody else determining what they think or what they say works for you. It's different than that. Because I've seen that, you know, like school. Maybe somebody else feels like you going to school is the best thing for you. And you might not feel that way. You might feel like, well, no, learning a trade is the best thing for me, or working is the best thing for me, or becoming a salesman is the best thing for me. But no, going to school is not the best thing. So I'll go as far as high school, but I'm not going to college. I don't want to go. So somebody else might think like, you know, with the intelligence that you have, with the skills and ability that you have, it would be the best thing for you to go to college. And you're thinking like, no, I'm either going to work when I get out of school or I'm going into the military. That's the best thing for me, because that's something I'm willing to do. Going to school, if y'all make me go to college, I'm going to go to college, but I'm not going to go to class. I'm going to get kicked out and I'll be at home, and then we'll do it my way, the way I said that I wanted to do it in the first place. So you might be able to see something in a person that they don't see in themselves, but you might not be able to make the determination that that's the best thing for them. That might be up to them to determine what's good for them. It might be up to them to determine what's good for them. You can't always be the one that decides what's good for somebody else. But there will be somebody else that will get them, that might be able to get them to listen up, to try something different. And trying something different is one thing. Getting somebody to try something different again, like maybe when we took karate lessons, it didn't work out so well. Maybe it didn't work out so well. All right, we did it your way. We took karate lessons. You said it would be good for me to learn karate. Well, karate wasn't for me. Now, the key is to get that person to try karate again. And karate is just an example. But you might be trying to get them to try something that didn't go as well as you had planned before. It didn't go as well the first time. Are you influential enough to get them to try it again? Come on, get back on the horse. I'm telling you, this is a good thing. I can prove to you that this is a good thing. I need you to listen to me one more time. Can you do that? Because that's when you are making headway. When you can get somebody to listen again. Getting them to listen one time, okay. They might have listened to you because you was cute. They might have listened to you because they were scared. They might have listened to you because you had something on them. Will you be able to get them to listen to you again? Hoping that your intentions were good intentions. Hoping that you was trying to get them, trying to get them to, trying to get them, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get them to, trying to get them to do a little something that they didn't do before, trying to score score another point. Yo, open up this thing so you can get another ring. Like trying to make them into another person. Yo, you can do this thing. Yo, freestyle of rehearsing. Yo, a verse that I'ma kick. You trying to do this something so they won't become a Vic. Vic is short for victim. If you didn't know, then I'ma put you on to this new knowledge, yo. This is something that we all have to go through. Somebody won't listen to you. Well, you won't listen to me. Maybe you listen to him, and maybe you listen to her. Maybe you listen to them, but you're not giving me no time of day. And I'm really only trying to get you to do it the right way. But you stay all up in your feelings. And I realized to you, I am not appealing, not to your senses. You listen to your mans. Yo, can you get your man to do what you can? I see a lot of skills in you, dude, but you be treating me like I'm a sucker and it's rude. I find it kind of disrespectful to me, but I ain't going to keep trying. I'm going to let you go and see the things that you need to see in your life. Yo, one day you going to have some kids and maybe your wife, maybe a hubby, maybe you drink the bubbly, maybe you drink too much. That's why you're not listening and such. Well, your story is yours, and I can't be the one that tells you how to write that thing. If you are on some other type of thing, well, I mean, you get your, I don't know. AMS, Drake from Walmart. Let me see. Sometimes you gotta check a person out. Okay. Not bad. I went to their page. They developed this page last year, April of last year. So I guess they're semi-legit. Made a stupid statement, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Everybody looks for their little 15 minutes of fame. You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all love. But yeah. That one person that can get them to listen. Who is that one person that can get them to listen? You know, when you really like somebody, when you really love somebody, when you have love for somebody, and you see them going down a rabbit hole of trouble, when you know that they're going to get into some shit that's going to hurt them, and you're watching them, and it seems like there's nothing you can do. It's like seeing somebody stuck on train tracks at a crossroad. You know, trains never stop for anybody stuck on the tracks at a crossroad, at a railroad crossing. So if your car gets stuck at a railroad crossing and you don't get out of your car, when the train comes, that's going to be it. So watching somebody that will not get out of their car is like watching somebody practice suicide. And that's not going to be an easy thing for you to watch somebody that you care about do. But when you're dealing with somebody that doesn't listen to reason, and somebody that's always getting into trouble, and somebody that's really, really hard-headed to the nth degree, it's sort of like watching somebody stay in their car while they're at a railroad crossing. So it's not an easy thing to do, but it's something that we all have to deal with. It might be your best friend, classmate. It might be somebody you was cool with at your job, co-worker, something like that. Somebody you got cool with, but you notice that they always stay in some shit and they don't listen to nobody. They don't want to hear nothing anybody has to say. They're not listening. They ain't trying to hear that shit. So where does that leave you? Where does it leave you? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to make this thing right? How you gonna make this thing right? What's it gonna do for you? Because putting a lot of time and effort into somebody that doesn't seem to respect you enough to listen to any of the ideas that you have, anything that you advise them, especially when you just trying to advise them to do the right thing. It would be different if you was just trying to get somebody to drink, smoke, party, be reckless, dangerous, and counterproductive in their lives. But when you're trying to get somebody to do something good for themselves, because you can see the potential in them and you care about them, you love them, you care about them, you're concerned about their well-being, you want to see them do good, but you got to watch them, get on some bullshit. Getting on some bullshit is one thing. Staying on some bullshit is another thing. And that might be where you are stuck with. That might be where you're stuck at. Hold on. Let me see. All right. But yeah. So you're dealing with somebody who won't listen, especially if they're like your child or, like a niece or a nephew, a cousin, somebody that's special to you. You don't want to see them. You don't want to see them get caught out there. You don't want to see them, get in trouble. You don't want to see them do the wrong things. You don't want to see them, just seem like they're throwing their lives away. But they might be telling you to mind your business. Don't worry about me. I'll do what I want to do. I know what I'm doing. And you know how hard it is to deal with somebody who says that they know what they're doing when you know that they don't know what they're doing. What about that? When you know that they don't know what they're doing, but they claim to know what they're doing. So, it's just one of those things. So try to convince somebody. I mean, have you ever known somebody who dropped out of school? Whether you were in school at the time or whether you were already out of school, and you know how hard it is to get jobs and really get start a decent career when you don't even have a high school diploma. Not that it hasn't been done. You can always go in the private business. You might have that entrepreneurial spirit, even though you didn't go to school, but the chances are a lot lower that you're going to be able to make it out there without at least the springboard of a high school diploma. So watching somebody who can do the work, like it's different if you dropped out of school because you was never in school because you was too busy running the streets or starting a family or whatever. But when you're dealing with a person that can do the work, like this person is smarter. This person is often the smartest person in their class. They might be smarter than the teacher, and they dropping out of school. And you watching this shit like, what do you mean you're dropping out of school? Well, I got some other things that I want to do. Now here they are, 17, 18 years old, talking about I have some other things that I want to do in school. It's not in the plans right now. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you like, yo, you got to finish school. Won't you finish school first? And they're like, no. I'll go back later. Or I'll get my GED. But I got something else I have to do right now. I'm not going back to school. So they're not listening to you. So who are they listening to? Joseph Webster says, I got like 10 people who can make me listen because I respect them so much and they know what they are talking about. Shit, I take advice from anyone if they know what they're talking about. Well, you are a rare breed. I mean, it's good it's good that you listen to reason, and hopefully you have the reasoning to be able to the reasoning and judgment, good judgment of people to know when somebody is telling you the right thing versus when they just, hyping you up or gassing your head or just trying to get you to do something that will benefit them more than it'll benefit you. So they really just lying to you. Because that's the key. You have to be able to know when somebody is good for you versus when they just saying that they're good for you, acting like they're good for you. That's not a good look. Appreciate you, Joseph. Appreciate you. So yeah, but watching somebody who can do the work. We're not talking about somebody who can't pass math class, general math, algebra 1 and 2, geometry, trig. We're not talking about somebody who can't do this work. We're not talking about somebody who struggles with this work. We're not talking about somebody who can't write a paragraph with complete sentences. Somebody who can't express a thought. Somebody who can't pass their classes. We're not talking about somebody like that. We're not talking about somebody who can only do well in gym. We're not talking about that. We're talking about watching somebody who is just on some hard head shit. Puberty hits some teenagers like a brick. It did for me. It didn't make me a person that wouldn't listen to anybody though. But it definitely had my world looking cloudy. It did. Like, puberty was rough for me. I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on. But one thing is for sure is my head wasn't right. My head wasn't right, and I wasn't doing well in school. And like, I flunked eighth grade, and I felt like the biggest failure on earth because I didn't have no business flunking eighth grade. I wasn't a person that couldn't do the work, but I was a person who didn't do the work. I wasn't the person who hooky class or hooky school. I went to school, but for some reason my mind just couldn't concentrate. I wasn't doing my homework. I wasn't doing my in-class work correctly. I just wasn't there. I was coasting. And the craziest part about it is, had I passed eighth grade, because there was a little bit of static, like I really could have passed eighth grade, but like my parents sort of made me repeat it. There's a lot of seasoning in this story. Anyway, I'm not sure if I would have done better had I went on to ninth grade because I hadn't learned a lesson that I needed to learn. And going back, having to repeat the eighth grade taught me a lesson that I wouldn't forget because I didn't want to do that. And I sure as hell didn't want to do it again. And I was going to make sure I didn't have to do that again. Like, all your friends going on to high school and you back in eighth grade, like, how did you get here? Nigga, you ain't supposed to be here. I mean, it was crazy. But I was going through puberty at that time, and there was just a whole lot of shit going on. So another teenager might have gone through a similar experience as me, but it may have played out in different ways. Instead of flunking eighth grade, they may have stopped going to school. They may have joined a gang. They may have started having sex recklessly and got pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many things that could have happened or that could happen and that do happen. They might start beating the block and selling drugs and start becoming violent. Things happen to kids when they drop out of school. School is a place for kids. Anybody under 18, no, anybody under 19 should be in school. Those are my personal feelings about it. Like, you should be in school because the way your mind is developing, you're not really in your teenage years. You're not taught to think things out before you do them. You act on so many emotions. Speaking of acting on your emotions. Speaking of acting on your emotions. You know, after this election thing, after Trump beat Kamala Harris, CC, LeJean, what's going on? Good to see you. After Trump beat Kamala Harris in this election, you know, we're seeing a whole lot of people proven right, a whole lot of people proven wrong, and a whole lot of people right in the middle that believe that they were right or they were wrong, regardless of the outcome. But one thing I'm hearing a lot is how you got to look at facts over feelings, facts over feelings, facts over feelings, facts over feelings. And a lot of those people are just giving you more feelings. They're telling you to look at the facts over the feelings, but they're just giving you more and more feelings. And you ain't supposed to know this. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I think that this election has destroyed a lot of people's faith in what in the things that they say. It may not last. And maybe I'm just looking at it this way. But y'all can let me know. How have y'all seen post presidential election? Here we are on the 17th of November. The election was on the 5th. Now, it doesn't seem like, it really feels like it was just last week, but it was actually the week before last. But so much was said and done leading up to that election. It was a very emotional time. Very emotional. And it's still probably more emotional now than it is, or than it was before. The people who voted for Trump really believe that they were right. And they ain't trying to hear anything else. The people who voted for Kamala Harris feel like they were right. Regardless of the outcome, we made the right choice. Is there anyone in their lives that could convince them differently either way? Do you think? Because I don't think. I don't think so. Naturalista Rap says it was kind of last week. Well, you know, it was on the 5th. We're on the 17th. So we talk about 12 days later. I'll tell you one thing, the energy feels like it was yesterday. Like this, I mean, shit. Not only are the people who voted for Kamala still pissed off, but the ones who voted for Trump seem like they're not satisfied with just winning. They still coming on this channel talking about Trump 2024. I'm like, you don't have to, you ain't got a campaign no more. He won, dude. He won. You don't have to do this no more. You don't have to spread the word to vote for him. You voted for him. He won. So I think a lot of people are still caught up in the what are we going to do now? For all of this time, all year, I've been pushing for this person or pushing for, well, Kamala Harris people only had 3 months. They only had 3 months to push for her. But they were pushing for Biden first. So the energy is still there. But both voting parties feel like they were right. And they not trying to hear none of that. You made the wrong choice shit. They ain't trying to hear that. I mean, they both had enough time to think about the decision that they made. It was your vote. But do you think that there's anybody out there in the world that could have gotten them to vote differently than they voted? You know how you had people leading up to the election talking about they were undecided. I said undecided. I said undecided. Hold on. Undecided. 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 Yeah. When you are undecided, that's the thing that's keeping all other people divided and decided. You see a lot of things fortified. Somebody told truth, somebody lied, and I'm still trying to get past this thing. But the energy of the election lasts, and I'm really trying to move on with my life, but it's hard as hell, and I really can't tell if the days ahead are gonna get any better. But yo, we gotta still try, and we can't let the negative feelings infiltrate my mind. But a better way to find is hard to find. I'm on some other stuff, and life is tough, but I'm trying to make sure I keep it 100. I don't bluff. I don't be fraud, and I ain't trying to do nothing that makes me be proved wrong. But all along, I'm singing the same old song. Yo, you ain't going to change my mind because I ain't wrong. And I know I'm right, whether you see it or not. Yo, I gotta do this thing, and a lot of people really run and try to come in my neck, but I gotta do this thing because I earn my respect. I voted for Kamala Harris, and I would never take it back. And if I had to do it again, I would do it again, my friend. Yo, you like who you like, you feel how you feel, and I can't tell you how to do it. It's real. Yo, but we here. So what we going to do? 2025 is the year. Project 2025. You know, I saw Nah, I ain't gonna get into that shit. I'm gonna chill. I ain't gonna get into it. Luke Starling says life is tough, but I do it for the muff unless she chuffs. You trying to battle, son? You trying to battle? I know you don't want to battle. Good to see you, Luke, man. I ain't seen you around here in a minute. You know what I mean? I ain't seen you around here in a minute. It's all good. But yeah. What's that? Human Bybit? Yo, we haven't called. No, the phones are down today, unfortunately. And if y'all think I'm lying, let me show y'all. Because, you know, I ain't got no reason to lie. This is what happened when I
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Tried to add in the call-in number. It'll probably be all right. They normally, like, we go through this a couple of times a week at least. See, when it takes this long to say anything, that's never a good sign. Luke, man, I'm feeling like a real man should. All day, every day. What's going on with this thing? Let's try it again. Let's try it again. I don't know what's going on. It's acting like, you know what? I'm going to refresh. Let me refresh the channel. Let me refresh the site. Let's see if that does
Welcome
anything.
to Blog Talk Radio.
Okay. This thing is.
To start your show now.
Now,
We are sorry, but we are experiencing a problem with our system. Please try your call again later or report a problem through the Blog Talk Radio webpage.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
And when you
We
go.
are sorry, but we are experiencing a problem with our system. Please try your call again later or report a problem through the Blog Talk Radio webpage.
To start your show now.
So unfortunately, we don't have any call-ins. We can't do any call-ins today. And you know, that pisses me off. Info Spot 411, what's good? Good to hear from you. Good to see you, my boy, my peoples, my mans and them. Now, yeah. That one person that can get them to listen, get you to listen. That one person. You know when it's really hard? When that one person that could get you to listen is no longer available. Like maybe you used to listen to your grandfather, and then your grandfather passed. So now can't nobody tell you nothing. Your old head was the only one that could smooth you out, that could cool you out, that could make you, that could open you up to better ideas, a better way. And now they're gone. So everybody else is going to have a tough time with you. They can't do nothing with you. They can't do nothing with you. Fuck. RHV Epic. You keep talking like that, you ain't gonna last long here, my dude. You know, you're not gonna last. You're not gonna do very well. I mean, you do what you do. Well, I'm just saying, you know, you. And when I say you skating on thin ice, dude, I hope you don't weigh more than like 85 pounds. All right. Info Spot says Detroit Lions are good. All right, you say they good. Are they playing now? Do they have a 1 o'clock game? Let me see. Let me see. See these lowly Detroit Lions. See these lowly Detroit Lions. I mean, I heard that the Detroit Lions were good. Let's see here. The Raiders are losing to the Dolphins. The Saints are beating the Browns. The Colts. No, the Jets are beating the Colts. The Vikings are beating the Titans. The Bears are beating the Packers. Good Lord. Yeah, the Lions are very good today. This don't make no sense. They gonna fire my man Doug Peterson. That is disgusting. But with a score like this, I don't see no way around it. The Ravens and the Steelers are getting it on. Low, very, very defensive game. 35-6 though. Sheesh. Yo, Ed, I need you to lose. You've been winning too much. Oh, hold on. Sejai Bo? Urban Therapy was son. Sorry, had to work that out. It's backwards. Okay. Oh, you had to spell it. Okay, all right, I got you. Johnny West says Lions currently have the best record in the NFC. Listen, let me just tell y'all something. Let me just tell y'all something. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. And y'all all going to see that pretty soon. Now, I need y'all to listen to reason. Simple as that. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. I'm sorry. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL. The Eagles are the best team in the world. Nobody's better than the Eagles. The Eagles are the best team in the NFC. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL. The Eagles are the best team in the world. Johnny West says Eagles are streaky, and you know it. Oh, yeah? Well, when have they been streaky this year? They only lost 2 games. So when? They on a 6-game winning streak. That's a streak? All right. What are you talking about? Okay, we're streaky in a positive way. We're on a 6-game winning streak. I'll take it. I'll take it. They're the best team in the NFL, best team in the NFC, best team in the world. Nobody's better than the Eagles. Not the Chiefs. Not anybody. I said, you sure are a season ticket fan. Well, yeah, but it's warranted. Who has won more? The Eagles have the most wins out of any NFL team since 2000. Nobody wins more than us. Not even the Patriots. Nobody beats the Birds. Nobody beats the Birds. Nobody beats the Birds. Nobody beats the Birds. And no, y'all not gonna get me to listen. Y'all are not the one person that can get me to listen. I've had to deal with Cowboys fans all my life. Oh, you said the end of last season? All right. So if you want to go by last season, because we can have this conversation. The Eagles went 10-1, right? And then they lost 6 out of their last 7. So which number is stronger? The 10-1 or the 1-6? I'll take the 10-1. Because at the time they were 10-1, they were the only team that was 10-1. Nobody else had only lost 1 game. It was just us. So yeah, we are streaky in a good way. And one thing about last year, because this year they trying to say it's the strength of schedule, like we winning because we haven't beat anybody over 200, over that's over 500. So I'm like, well, we play who was ever on the schedule. But last year, the teams that were on the schedule was the gauntlet. They said that we were going to do way worse than we were doing. But then we beat Miami, and then we beat Dallas, and then we beat the Chiefs, and then we beat the Bills, and we just beat. We weren't supposed to win those games, right? But we were only winning by a few points, 1 point, whatever. I tell you what, we wasn't losing. And then we got to deal with the Jalen Hurts hate. No, Jalen Hurts is not that good. It's the team around him. I'm like, yeah. Well, you saw the Super Bowl in 2023. You saw it. How did Jalen Hurts do in that game? He sucked, didn't he? So I got to listen to commentators say, Jalen Hurts, he's not going to be able to win a Super Bowl. He's not going to be able to perform well in the Super Bowl. I'm like, well, how did he do in the Super Bowl that he went to? How'd he do? So the Eagles are the best team. And they're about to show it. You know, last year, we had 2 new coordinators, a new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect? But you see the difference? We had the worst defense last year. Now, this year, we have the best defense. Hello? Yeah. Uh-huh.
So after he left, Rhonda's coming in at 5, and it's only me and Tommy. There's already like 6 moves on our board. Do you want the areas to get done or the discharges?
You know what it is.
All right, so I'm saying the areas X3 and 11 may not get done.
Get the rooms done. Get the rooms done.
I was just giving you a heads up that they might not get done.
All right, well.
I could probably hit them by 10.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, as of right now, I think Rhonda said she's coming in at 5.
Yes, yes.
I called Jose to ask him, did he want to come in? He said the earliest he could probably be here is 8, 9 o'clock.
Well, then that'll help. All right. All right. That was my bookie. Johnny West says the Steelers win, I win 150. Oh, you're a gambler. Oh, you're a gambler. Oh. I CC LeJean says Eagles, that's the trash thing right there. Team. I don't even know what you're talking about. Change that Eagles underwear. I see streaks. Oh man. Johnny West says, I'd never bet against the Eagles. Yeah, you smart. And folks says, I saw the Eagles lay an egg against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They laid an egg. You know we lost that shit on a bad defensive call. You know we had that shit in the bag. They made sure Jalen Hurts didn't get that ball last. They made sure no time left because, woo, you know, they knew that the Eagles were the better team. They didn't win, but they were the better team. You know, they called that bullshit call in the Super Bowl on Bradbury. It was about to be a wrap. And remember, the Eagles won a Super Bowl before Big Red did. People be forgetting about this shit. I don't think Andy Reid would have ever won a Super Bowl if we didn't win one first. He was like, I gotta do this shit. I was with the Eagles for 14 years, and I didn't give them no Super Bowl. I've been lighting it up with the Chiefs until I get to the Super Bowl. I got to do it. And he did it. So now he has a chance to do a three-peat. But it's not going to happen because he's not winning the Super Bowl this year. I don't care if he sweeps the whole regular season. You see what happened when the Patriots swept the whole regular season, right? How'd that turn out? New York Giants! That's what happened to them. So, yeah, go ahead. Go 17-0. Then see what happens. Dead War 808 says, that's right, Bake Show, Goat Field winning the championship. What I'm talking about? What we talking about? Anyway, we was talking about that one person that can get you to listen. That one person, un persona, that can get you to listen. Hold on, is it? Oh, you talking about Baker? You are intimating that he's the GOAT, Baker Mayfield. Baker May said, "LOL, my team hurt. We was going to we going to get healthy. My buck. Don't nobody want to see the Bucks win nothing. Garbage. They beat us, but we weren't the same team this year. We came out. We weren't. We ain't had no real preseason. You know what I mean? Our starters didn't play in the preseason, so they wasn't really ready. But everybody was counting the Eagles out. What we looking like now? What's up now, mother? But yeah, Eagles. Look. There's not going to be no Eagles disrespect. You know what I mean? Nobody is taking us down this year. When we see Detroit, we'll be happy to see them. I'm going to welcome Detroit with open arms and whoop that ass. But they have a good team, and it's their time after us. See, y'all need to make it to the Super Bowl. We need to win a second one. We need to get solidified. And that's interesting because, let's see, in y'all division, you got Detroit, Green Bay, the Bears, and the Vikings, right? That's your division, right? NFC North. The Vikings don't have any Super Bowls. They went to 4 in the 70s. Lost 2 against the damn Cowboys. The Bears only have 1. Detroit has none. And Green Bay has what, they got 4? Green Bay has 4, right? They won the first 2 in 67, 68. Yeah. No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting division. Dan Campbell is a hell of a coach. He turned that place around. He did. I ain't gonna be hating on that. I want Detroit to do well. I just don't want them to be better than us, and they're not. Johnny West says, I wouldn't hate a Baltimore Philly Super Bowl. Well, Baltimore gotta get their shit together. Because they in the playoffs, I don't know what be happening to them. But they gotta get their shit together. I mean, I want Lamar Jackson to do well. I want him to live up to his MVP status. But that shit that they did last year with the Chiefs, they gotta beat the Chiefs. That's what they gotta do. They don't be beating them. They gotta beat the Chiefs. And by the looks of things, they gotta beat the Steelers today. Let me see if they came up. It was halftime or something. What's this shit? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I said, week 10. This is not what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, by the looks of things, they got to beat the Steelers. And they ain't looking good. It's almost the fourth quarter. They down 12 to 7. Now, for them to have the kind of offense that they have, that don't make no kind of sense. Now, I mean, to be fair, the Eagles wasn't looking good offensively on Thursday night, but you saw what happened in the fourth quarter. Y'all see what we've been doing in the fourth quarter? Don't nobody want to see us in the fourth quarter. Lions 42-6. That's the thing I like about the Lions. They don't give a shit. When they stomp on you, they do it like a college team. Like, yo, we're running up the score on you. We want you demoralized. Like the Eagles, like, all right, we got a sizable lead. We taking Jalen out. We taking all our starters out. Let the second string eat. Let them score a garbage time touchdown. Detroit be like, nah. I waited too long for this. I'm going to put up a 50 piece on you. Take that. Take that. Man. Oh, my gosh. Nicole Hines. Here we go, Steelers. We go. Dead War says, I still think Washington the best team in the NFC. All right, you keep thinking that. How? With a rookie quarterback, we exposed the shit out of his ass. Falcons and Buccaneers are a couple of NFC teams, good NFC teams with the Lions and Eagles. Man, those Buccaneers ain't good. They not. Their record says they not good. They suck. They suck. I think the only good team they beat was us. And that's when we were young. We were just babies. We were just babies when we played the Bucks. No, Nicole Hines. Oh, man. This damn Steelers fans. Ugh. The steel curtain. The terrible towel. Get that shit out of here. Philadelphia is the real Pennsylvania. The Steelers not even on the East Coast. That's a Midwest city. We on the East Coast, not them. Dead War says, LOL, we beat the Lions and Eagles. We just got the injury bug. Injury bug. That's what we doing. We making up excuses about injuries. Injuries, my dude. We talking about injuries. Injuries? Every team has injuries. Nobody gave us any slack when AJ Brown was out. When Lane Johnson was down, when Dallas Goedert was out. Nobody cared. So I'm not letting y'all off the hook. Y'all gotta get y'all shit together. TK Wright says there's no Pennsylvania outside of Philly. And that's a fact. It's like Philly and then like we don't even consider ourselves to be Pennsylvania. We like, no, I'm not from PA. From Philly. Playing that PA mess. We have them trying to ride our wave. Nicole Hines says, LOL, say that to our Super Bowl rings. Well, win another one. Like make another hove. They said they made Hove. All right, then make another Hove. You know, like now normally I give the Steelers, I give them, respect because they don't always be talking about their Super Bowl rings because they know they won the bulk of them shits in the 70s. Nobody cares. Most of the Steelers fans wasn't around for that. They've all passed on and gone to glory. Not all of them. I mean, we was there. But Dallas fans, they're normally the ones always talking about their rings. I'm like, y'all ain't even sniffed a NFC championship in 28 years. It's going to be 29 coming up. 29 years. So I don't think we want to in the 2000s unless you the I think only 3 teams can really talk Super Bowl shit in the 2000s because only 2 teams have won it more than once. Everybody else was a one-off. So we got New England, the Chiefs, Baltimore won it twice, right? They won it early, yeah. Baltimore and the Giants. I don't think anybody else has won more than 2 Super Bowls in the 2000s. Yeah, the Bucks did win twice, didn't they? They did. My Buccaneer, cool. Yo, that ain't your real quarterback. He belongs to the Patriots. I know you ain't trying to claim Tom Brady. Look, we're not doing this. Now we not you not claiming no goddamn Tom Brady, no Bucks. When he retires, you think he retired as a damn Buck? Yeah? Good luck with that. Yeah, Ravens won twice. Giants won twice. Ironically, beaten New England twice. Oh, like I said, the Steelers. Wait. Did the Steelers win twice? Yeah, Steelers won twice in the 2000s? Yeah. 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 Did they? Hold on, let me get this shit together. The Giants, the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Ravens. If the Steelers won twice, that's it. Everybody else won once. Hey, let me just Google this shit. How many Super Bowls have the Steelers won since year 2000? Yeah, they won 2 in 2006 and 2009. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they won. Motherfucking bastards. Them bastards. It's been since 2009. Somehow it seemed like it was more recent than that. I'm glad it wasn't, but yeah. So they've won no Super Bowl since 2010. It's been 15 whole years since they've sniffed the Super Bowl. They suck. They suck. Ah, man. What said no? LOL, no, but I had to try. I ain't even mad at you for that. He says Tom Brady, the Patriots Tom helped us win a lot of championships. They won a mere 6 championships. Anybody can do that. Anyway, there was says Patriots 6, Bucks 3. Y'all won 3? Ain't win no 3. Ravens 2, Giants 2, Steelers, and Rams 2. Rams won twice? Oh yeah, when they had the greatest show on turf. Oh, in the beginning of the 2000s, they sure did. They sure did. You said your camera mirrored? No, I didn't take a picture, dummy. I didn't, dummy. You big dummy. Johnny West says, I don't give advice a lot, so when I do, people listen. That's what's up. That's what's up. The Bucks won 3 Super Bowls since 2000. How? Is that possible? Who they beat? I thought they only beat the Raiders. And they won with Tom Brady. What was the other? What was the one in the middle? How many Super Bowls have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won?
According to StatMuse, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 2 wins in Super Bowls all time.
Fuck. They did beat the Chiefs. God. Oh, wait. They only won 2 Super Bowls, period. They're trying to sneak another Super Bowl. Wait a minute. Yeah. They only won 2 Super Bowls. I knew they ain't win no 3 Super Bowls. You trying to cheat. Trying to cheat. Oh, you said the Chiefs won 3? Okay, you said Pats 6, Chiefs 3. Okay. All right, I read it wrong. My bad. I'm about to say. Nobody gonna let them win another Super Bowl. They're never winning another Super Bowl. Ever. 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 E-V-E-R. Ever. Man, we better get on up out of here. I mean, I can't take this misinformation. This Philadelphia Eagles disrespect. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Totally disgusting. But yeah. So that one person that can get you to listen. That one person. Oh God. Nicole Hines says, so who's your favorite team? Probably the Browns. The Eagles. What are you talking about? The Eagles, baby. The only team in the NFL that matters. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. You saw us Thursday night. You saw us. And everybody tried to count us out. Everybody tried to count us out. How'd that work out? How'd that work out? Huh? 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 Ain't nobody messing with us, man. We do better. We'll do as well when everybody say, oh, they're going to the Super Bowl. They're a Super Bowl caliber team. Super Bowl. We like it when people like, they don't have a chance. They're never gonna make it. They're never gonna make it. We be like, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. EAGLES. That spells best. And that's whether you can spell a lot or not. We're going to win a whole hell of a lot. And I got a lot of things. Got a lot of rings. Got a lot of things that I'm going to say because we kings. Hey, yo, you can't get with us. You can't really argue with us. You can't make a fuss. You can't come on our bus, our tour bus, or our team bus. You can't get with us. You can't come through. You can't do what we do. You can't beat them teams that we do. You can't do nothing that I say because it's EAGLES today. And we're going to make it a little hot. We got a little bye week coming up and still the shot. And when I say bye week, because we played on Thursday, so we don't have to play until next Sunday, one day. You will understand the day is coming soon, probably in February, all the way to June. February is the Super Bowl. We're going to be there down in New Orleans. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. All right. Wait a minute, what is this? There was says LOL Browns shouldn't even be an NFL team. I feel sorry for the Browns, man. I feel sorry for the Browns. Matthew says, wow, volume control, don't shout. What do you mean don't shout? There was says Case Keenum better than McNabb. Oh God. Stop, man. Come on, man. You working on your comedy routine? Is that what you're doing? You're working on your comedy routine. Come on, man. Is that what you're doing? You working on your comedy routine, man. He's working on his material. Case Keenum. Case Keenum. Okay. Well, hold on. Since we're talking about this topic for a minute, anyway. So a lot of people would rate Tom Brady as probably the greatest quarterback of all time. If you disagree with that, who would you say is better than Tom Brady? If you disagree that Tom Brady is the greatest of all time, who would you say is as good or better? Who would you say is better? I mean, championship wise, he's in a league by himself. Now, if you start breaking it down into categories like accuracy, arm strength, ability to come back in games, wins, things like that. Now, that war, you would take Peyton Manning over Brady. You know why I think that's interesting? Because it was so hard for Peyton Manning to beat Brady. They used to be owning the Colts. They was owning them. And the Colts always had a good team, but they couldn't get past New England. That was their Achilles heel. Same thing with the Chiefs had the same problems. They couldn't get past the Patriots. Patriots just was no. So Now you might be able to. Okay, Peyton Manning. It's a good choice. The difference between Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, even if you just take the Super Bowls, Peyton Manning didn't do good in the Super Bowls. He played like shit in the Super Bowls that he went to. Meanwhile, his brother, who wasn't as good as a good of a quarterback as Peyton Manning was, won Super Bowl MVP twice. Go figure. Eli Manning against Tom Brady. Go figure. Now, you go back in the day. I think it's funny how the teams that won a lot of Super Bowls back in the day, like, you would never consider Terry Bradshaw. He won 4 Super Bowls with the Steelers, but he was never considered that great of a quarterback. And he wasn't. He was all right. Get the job done. But when you rank greatest quarterbacks of all time, he ain't in there. He ain't in there. Roger Staubach of the Cowboys. He was all right. He was all right. He was good back then, but greatest of all time, the numbers just don't support it. Both of those teams had really good running games. So, it kept their quarterbacks from having to do a whole lot. But they got the ball to their receivers. You'd even make a case for Drew Brees. Drew Brees? You mean the one Super Bowl Drew Brees? Roethlisberger? You mean Rapist Burger? And Brett Favre? Brett Favre was a turnover machine. It was a turnover machine. He wasn't shit. It was good, but he was a turnover machine. It's funny how, I would have said something like Dan Marino, but Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. So, but as far as his numbers, his ability to play that position, Dan Marino is up there. And can't forget my man Dan Fouts of the San Diego Chargers. And absolutely can't forget about the one I'm forgetting, San Francisco's quarterback that won the 4 Super Bowls for him. Got a brain fart today. Let me see. What's his name? The 49ers' most famous quarterback. Joe Montana. Joe Montana was a hell of a quarterback. He was awesome. Awesome. You can't front on Joe Montana. All right. Debois says Favre has the best arm. Brees most accurate. Roethlisberger hard to bring down. Manning best regular season quarterback. Elway, come on, man. Yeah, I forgot about Elway. Can't forget about Elway in Montana, but especially Montana, because Elway got his 2 Super Bowls on his way out the door. He got his 2 Super Bowls on his way out the door. He said, all right, got my 2. I'm out of here. Don't even ask me about coming back the next season. Oh, my God. 49-6. Really, info spot? Really? Yeah, can't forget about Elway. Can't forget about him at all. So yeah. All right. So Joe Montana, Elway. If you take away the Super Bowls, all right. Out of all those quarterbacks, who would you say has had the best arm? You said Favre has the best arm. I totally disagree with that, and I mean totally disagree with that. Totally disagree with that. I'm gonna have to say Elway had the best arm. Steve Young, nah. Steve Young was good. Troy Aikman, oh hell no. You're not doing that. He's the best quarterback currently. Dak Prescott. Yeah, you better be out with that crazy shit. You better be. You said the best arm info spot, Manning or Marino. I think it was Elway. Elway, he can send that ball almost the length of the field. Elway had a hell of an arm. And I think if Elway would have had the kind of receivers that the other teams had, do you remember the Patriots had been to a bunch of Super Bowls before they finally cracked that nut? And we thought it was Belichick. Speaking of Belichick, now, Dallas fans are calling for Belichick to be the coach of the Cowboys. I'm like, for what? You better let that man retire and chill. That was Brady who won those Super Bowls. That was not Belichick. We all thought it was Belichick. Well, how well did Belichick do as soon as Tom Brady left? How well did he do? You can't say because he didn't have any good quarterbacks after that. Remember, he was trying to get rid of Tom Brady. It didn't work, but he was trying. So I don't know. This Belichick, I'm like, we about to see though. All right, we about to see. I said we are about to see. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 17th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Charlotte Nicole. Happy birthday to you. And also Tanya Allen. And also Jada Andrews. And Sulicia Abreu. Happy birthday to you. And Rolanda Tulin. And Janice Wiggins. And my girl, actress Tamaja. And also Derek McKinney. And Femi Nini Blanco. And Stacy Covert Washington. My girl, going all the way back to the 1982. My girl, last but not least, Tanya Newman. I want to say happy birthday to all y'all. I said all y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious November 17th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide. It's a, you know what? It's my baby girl, my baby sister's. Even though I ain't gonna say we ain't gonna speak in terms, but let's just say we're not happy with each other. But it is my baby sister's birthday. So Sarah McIntyre Nahum, happy birthday to you. And she was born in 82, so that would make her 42. Happy birthday to you. I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious November 17th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, sometimes people gonna listen, sometimes they won't, but there's always that will not let you take them off of their square. They gonna share and listen to what you got to say here. But if it's not you, what you got to do is you got to find the one that they will listen to, because they might be on the road to destruction. You ain't trying to see them get caught up like a suction cup. And yo, that's not what's up. You got to do something right now for real. Yup. Well, appreciate y'all coming through. And I only got one job for y'all to do. Just hit the like button. Yo, share the show. Subscribe. I know I said one job. So just hit the like button right now. I got a little something to say, but I'm going to say it tomorrow. And I beg, steal, and borrow. I ain't got to do none of that. Everything is good. Everything is nice. We going to do this thing. I ain't giving no advice. Yo, I'm just trying to see y'all live and have a little something that's positive. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday going into Tuesday at 2 a.m. So make sure y'all come through and holler at me. All right. So I said, all right. So, y'all have a good night. Good. Emily Dunlap in the house. I said it. Emily. Appreciate you coming through. All right, y'all. So we out of here. One.